Hello friends, your topic today has been brought to you by mfan09. I'm sure most of you know this by now, but I'm afraid of fish, and he wanted me to talk about my experiences with fish. One of the first traumatic fish experiences I can remember is when I was visiting my grandparents in Montana. They live on a lake and I wanted to try water skiing, but I was really bad at it, so I pretty much just got dragged into the middle of the lake. I was sitting there in the middle of the lake and the back of my skis kept bumping against my rear end, and I was certain that they were two big fish coming after me and they were going to eat me and I was going to be fish food and it was going to be the worst experience of my life and then I was gonna die. So I started crying about it and I started screaming a little bit, and my mountain man of a grandfather just told me to shut up and that I was embarrassing him. Later on in life, we were visiting our cabin in the Catskills in New York, and I was sitting on a big rock in the middle of a creek. My siblings were catching minnows and putting them in the bucket between my legs because I didn't want to touch the fish. There was one little fish in there, and I guess he just decided to go for it because if he didn't, his life was over. And that little fish jumped higher than I ever could have expected a little fish to jump out of this bucket and onto me. And I jumped up and I screamed and I fell in the creek, and it was not a fun experience. In college, my roommate and I had a betta fish and it was sitting on the dresser above my bed, and the boy that I was dating at the time would always threaten to knock it over onto me in my sleep, and I really would almost vomit every time he would say that. I hate them, and they're gross, and they're disgusting, and they're scary, and I just want to look at them and never ever touch them.